In this video, we'll talk about considering your long-term goals for your career. It's necessary to find work so you can pay for the essentials like food, clothing, and housing. But in the long run, you want to find work that you can continue to do for years to come, that won't make you miserable and won't make you want to give up. Think about what you want to do in the longer term, along with what you can do now and in the coming year or two to help you to progress toward long-term goals. It's important to have realistic expectations and to understand yourself well in order to create the right goals for your career. Later in the mass liberation process, you'll also have an opportunity to take a survey that will help you identify career paths that might be good fits for you. In the meantime, here are some essential tips to help return to the workforce. First, look at the reality of your situation. What are the proper expectations for your circumstances? Try not to make goals that are unattainable or that don't make sense for your specific situation. Ask yourself, what work experience do I have? It's a good idea to look to stay in a field that you have at least some exposure to. You don't have to have paid work or out-of-prison work experience in the area that you're interested in, but you should have some exposure to it now in life, be it volunteer experience, friends in the industry, or a position that was in some way related to the career. Or you might have work experience that indicates you'll be good at developing skills necessary for a career in that field. For example, if you worked at a restaurant, it could show you'll be good in customer service, or in any position that is customer-facing. If you had a clerical job, you might thrive in an office environment. Next, what are my skills? It's good to know what you're naturally good at and also what you've learned in life so far. These are called soft skills and hard skills. Soft skills are those things about you that make you a good worker, like being good with people, being a problem solver, coming up with your own work to do in a job, etc. Hard skills are things that you've learned that contribute to your work, like operating a forklift, understanding computers, or speaking another language. Think about how your skills might make you suitable for a particular industry or type of job. For example, maybe you're a caretaker in your family, and you have experience helping with a grandparent. You might be a natural for a health position. Or you've always been good at working on cars and understanding how engines work, so you might want to think about any job that requires a mechanical mind. Maybe you're a natural leader or a great teacher. What educational experience do you have? Think about what programs or degrees that you have that can contribute to a certain type of job. Are there any certifications you've already gotten or classes you've taken that might easily get you to a degree or certificate that could be helpful? Finally, you might also need to consider what kind of offense is in your background. Take your convictions into account. Some convictions will provide barriers to certain jobs. If the conviction is related to any task the job might require, it's unlikely you can pursue that career. If the job requires specific licenses, you should look into what offenses might make someone ineligible for that license. Also, think about things like, what are your passions? What kind of work environments do you like? Do you like to work regular hours? Do you like to have social interaction at work? Are you good at having a boss? Do you work well with deadlines? How physical a job can you do in the long term? Next, you should make a long-term goal. You should try to identify where you'd like to be in a career in 5 or 10 years from now, based on all the things we just discussed. Don't feel like you have to know right away. Most people don't know until they've been working for a decade or two, and some people never really figure it out. But it's good to have a general idea of what industry or what type of position is right for you, so you can take foundational steps in the right direction. Then develop steps towards that goal. You'll often have to take what you can get until the career comes along. You can use these first jobs to network or to get a starter job in the arena that you'd like to end up in. No matter what the work is, it adds to your resume and helps you get back into the flow of important things like having a supervisor or having a consistent work schedule. Knowing your long-term hopes will help to find a starter job that moves you towards that goal. Think of it like this. If you can't be a sports star, how can you get a job in the arena? You should take time to consider all your job options. As you're considering jobs or looking for work, it can be helpful to think about other work options. There are some other ways of working and earning an income that are different from traditional employment, such as self-employment or becoming an independent contractor, starting your own business, applying through a temp agency, or taking short-term jobs or temporary positions to get your foot in the door. When you've thought through all of these different things, you can start the next steps of the career search. Thanks for watching, and best of luck in your career search.